That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The economy is actually improving, and it's at a better place today than it was at the beginning of the year.
That's amazing, isn't it? They come out with something like that. That's a bold-faced lie. Really, if it was improving, then why do they have to print all this money and inject it? It's not improving, or they wouldn't have to do this.
Federal Reserve lent $500 billion to securities dealers, $500 billion to foreign central banks, bought $2 trillion of treasury securities, another $1 trillion of mortgage-backed securities. It flooded the zone.
Flooded the zone. Now that's not counting, remember, another $120 billion a month just to keep propping the market up by keeping interest rates low. They have to keep buying all these treasuries. $120 billion, another $100 billion a month for stock buybacks, $100 billion for a month for mortgage-backed securities they have to keep buying to keep this economy propped up, or the whole housing market would go down. And by the way, they just came out with a study. Remember how they're talking about how the housing market, this boom, it's not a boom. The housing market, when we had this, what they call boom, from March of 2020 to June of 2021, that is no boom. Why? It's totally different. And they just came out with a study that shows that the people who bought, in the past 6 months, a house in the past 6 months, they're going to lose 30 to 45% of that purchase price. Imagine that, because they overpaid. But here's the situation. This housing boom, remember, we had people in New York City, all the let's say Democratic strongholds, we should say, where all the riots were taking place, and they wanted to get out. So they bought in a suburb. That was it. It's just totally different than the Bush housing boom, where it was, you go in and it's all subprime, they'll loan to anybody, easy credit, easy payments. No, we talked about this the other day. Don't even have to verify income. I mean, after 9/11, this country was in deep trouble. And so he was trying to save the day by trying to prop up the housing market because we were in such deep trouble. That's not what happened during the pandemic. During the pandemic, it's just totally opposite. These are a bunch of people who just were sick of all this rioting and everything. They just wanted to get out. And now that's the end of it. It's over. It's over. Now it's coming back. And the housing prices are starting to go back down. And all you have to do is just look at the lumber prices. Your lumber prices tell you about the housing prices. And the lumber prices are falling. That means the housing prices are falling. So people pay too much. But so what? If they moved from the city to get to the suburbs and they're going to live there, they didn't buy on speculation, so what? As long as they put enough money down. If they're not going to move in the next 10 years, doesn't matter. They'll be okay. But it's just crazy. They keep coming at us with the economy's doing great. and they keep pointing to the stock market. And the stock market's not the economy. We talk about that all the time. The people who made out during this pandemic, people like Pelosi, do you know that her net worth increased from 40 million to 100 million from stocks? That was from March of 2020 to June of 2021. Her net worth went from 40 million to 100 million, all on stocks, because she has inside information. It's all legal, by the way. They set it up so it's all legal. So she knew what to buy. She knew exactly what stocks they were going to move. And she made a fortune. And that's the problem. The wrong people were taken care of, not Main Street. It was all Wall Street, all the politicians and the people, the hedge funds, and they made out like a bandit. But the problem is, the folks who work hard, they've been screwed now for almost 12 years, 13 years, because the only investment they have is their wages. And the only way their wages go up if the CEOs will take all this money they're getting free from the banks and plow it back into business investment so that they can produce more and their wages go up and their standard of living goes. But that's not what's been happening. That's not. So what we got to do is just keep riding this market. As long as they keep printing and printing and printing money and injecting it back into yields or treasuries to get these yields down, to keep pushing up the handful of stocks that pushes up the whole S&P, you should stay with this market. You should stay with the market. But remember, the more the stock market goes up, because they're printing money to bring yields down, interest rates down, that's an environment that these stocks love, especially the FANG stocks. They do terrific, and they push up the whole S&P. As long as they keep doing that, you're going to keep making money. Like I said yesterday, if anybody asks you, when is the market going to crash, when you think it's going to crash, you say, the minute that the guy on Main Street says he's got to make a decision. There's one thing he can't pay. He can't pay his car, can't pay his student loan, can't pay his mortgage payment, can't pay his gasoline like it used to be. He's got to give one of those up. When that happens, that's when the market crashes. Now, how long can the market keep going up? Like I told you, just keep watching the Qs, the NASDAQ 100 stocks. As long as the Qs can keep climbing, and we don't care, let them keep cheating. Let them keep printing money and printing money. And remember, every time they print money, they're destroying Main Street. But they never cared about Main Street. They don't care about Main Street. They never have. They never will. And you go all the way back to 9/11, when they came out of 9/11. Remember, they started that whole housing market. They didn't care. They didn't care. They knew the housing market wasn't going to do well. They knew, for the guy on Main Street, they knew eventually he was going to lose his house. But they didn't care. It was all about getting the market up. Keep moving that market up. And this is what's been going on. It's all about taking advantage of a crisis. And how many times do we hear that? We hear that all the time. Take advantage of a crisis. Take advantage of a crisis. Well, they sure took advantage of a crisis, I'll tell you that. They started taking advantage of crises going all the way back to 9/11. And it started, remember, taking advantage of a crisis all started as a result of September 11, 2001. The first week, the market dropped 14%, but gold and oil rallied, and airlines went down. So they set a monetary policy in place. So what do? They turned it around and they said, okay, what we're going to do is print all this money, and we're going to do a bailout. The first thing we're going to do is bail out Warren Buffett's insurance company, because he took a $40 billion loss, Berkshire Hathaway. Then they said, okay, we got to bail out J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Citi, and Morgan Stanley. Those are the investment banks. But Main Street, the victims, they were totally ignored. And wait till when I get back and I tell you exactly what these banks did to make themselves a fortune while everybody else was suffering during 9/11. Just follow the big money, and you'll always be making money. I'll be right back after this break. Join my gang free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Click on Working Investors. You get it for 10 days free and a color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add to your position. Check it out. It works. Now, the two biggest lies since 9/11 to today, and it's all coming together because they never fixed the market from 9/11, is when Bernanke was asked, after they injected all this money, all the printing of money, everybody knew, the congressman knew, that Main Street was getting screwed. The average guy in the street, he wasn't benefiting because none of that money was being used for him to get a wage increase, because they used the money for stock buyback. So here's a big lie from Bernanke.
Wall Street has benefited more than Main Street has. I don't think so. I mean, we're working through the mechanisms we have.
You don't think so? They made a fortune. The guys on Wall Street made a fortune. The whole thing was done to make a fortune for Wall Street. The whole thing, they knew they're helping the wrong people. They knew that. It was designed that way, that they'd be helping the wrong people, the rich. So there's Bernanke lying. So, no, I think Main Street's doing better than Wall Street. And then you got Kashkari coming in, and he says,
I actually don't think it's been the Fed's monetary policy that has led to these vulnerabilities.
oh, no, they don't. So the crash, the two crashes we've had, no, that has nothing to do with the Fed policy. Everything has to do with the Fed policy, and everything has to do with an attitude of, hey, let's take advantage of every time there's a crash. If we have a bad deal going, let's take advantage of it.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
So that, you got to understand what you're dealing with. They're not here to help you on Main Street. They're here to make money for Wall Street. And if you learn that quickly, you can make money. And you should take advantage of it. The Federal Reserve is there to keep pushing the stock market up. And when they keep pushing the stock market up, that creates inflation and it destroys Main Street. But remember, these low interest rates have kept Main Street alive. So they can keep going buying automobiles and buy a boat and buy this and that, because they had low interest rates. So they survived longer than anybody ever thought. And you heard, even CNBC came and said, look at this. People are doing wonderful. They're spending more money than they're making. So if you go back to, it's always monetary policy. Who sets the monetary policy? The owners. Who are they? The guys ahead of the Federal Reserve, your leaders in Congress. That's it. They're the ones who set the policy. And you think they're going to set the policy to benefit you, or you think it's going to benefit Pelosi so that her net worth doubled, more than doubled, 40 million to 100 million from March 2020 to today. So again, take advantage of a crisis, exactly what they started to do. They started to do that in September 11th, 2011. The first week the market dropped 14%. Boom, gold and oil went up. So the monetary policy was get in there and start printing money. And what did they do? Their first policy was print that money and give it to the banks. And what did the banks do? What did J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Citi, and Morgan Stanley investment? They printed, injected, they given them $100 billion a day during 9/11. They weren't helping the victims. They weren't helping small businesses. They were getting $100 billion a day. And why? Because they were able to use that money to buy gold and to buy oil and to short airline stocks. So when they printed all this money, $100 billion a day, they didn't think of you. Although they always tell how they always taking care of the guy on Main Street. Think about that. That's $100 billion. $100 million every day to go buy gold and oil. and then to short the airlines. Then they went and started to short the different currencies. The euro. I mean, they shorted all the Latin American stocks. Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. Pelosi husband made $11 million in a half hour. Shorting the airlines. So you think they're there to help you? No. You got to help yourself. Your 401k. I know you don't believe me, but you watch what happens when this market finally crashes, and it's going to crash. There's no question about it. It's going to be a bigger crash than we ever had. I'm not just saying it. Look at the numbers. And when this market crashes, there's going to be no place to run. And that's why I always tell my members, look, you got to learn how to short this market. But in the meantime, how many more days can this market go up? How many more days can it keep? Remember, this has been going on since 9/11. 9/11, this has been going on. Keep propping up the banks, keep propping up the big guys, and never mind Main Street. So, if you're going to look at if you're going to be with Facebook, make sure before you trade your Facebook, you got to always make sure the Qs, first of all, are going to stay above that. I told you this 100 times. You don't have to be a gang member. I'm doing this free for you. Stay above 365. So you got to stay above $365 with big volume. It's got to stay there for a whole week, but with big volume. Then it needs to break out. When you get above that 365, then you got to have this big volume to punch this thing out above 370. So if you can hold 365 for 5 trading days, not with average volume, more than average volume, even I'll take average volume, but then you need a big punch out on the Qs. And if that happens, and yields drop below 120, they drop below 120, then just keep doing the same thing. Just buy big tech stocks because they're going to go straight up because everybody's in them. But you got to make sure those yields are finally break 120 basis points. We've been going between 118 basis points and 128 basis points. Today, I think I'll just check it now. We're at 126 basis points right now. But the reason why you don't see the big tech stocks doing well, because they really need to go lower than that. Because remember, they set a low at 118. So that's why, again, you got to just be, this is going to be a turning point of this whole market. Because if these big tech stocks can't break out and run with low yields and the banks start collapsing, it's over. And then you make a lot of money selling short. We'll talk about that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Go to philsgang.com, Working Investors. Click on Working Investors, and then you're with me for 10 days, and then you can follow our portfolio. Our member portfolio, the stocks they're in. We have a specific portfolio, and every day we tell them exactly what to do with that portfolio. How can you go wrong? You can't. And the most important thing is to get my members to learn how to sell stocks short. You know, I get so tired of hearing, I get so grumpy when I keep hearing this kind of crap where they tell you how the economy's improving, right?
The economy is actually improving, and it's at a better place.
How could it be improving? Think about it for a moment. If it's improving, would we have to give $10 billion to people, print it, and give it to people so they can pay their back mortgage payments and their utilities, their association fees if they live behind a gate or whatever, pay their utilities? We're giving them the new American Family Plan. We're giving every child $300 a month. Whether you believe in it or not, the point is, how can you say the economy's doing well when we're giving every kid $300 a month? And we extended the PPP program for small businesses. And we extended the state and local government programs. We're spending, for God's sakes, trillions of dollars. Remember, between Trump and Biden, that was $8 trillion. That doesn't count the $5 trillion now they're going to do now, and a lot of that $5 trillion, as you heard, has nothing to do with roads or bridges. My point is, you got to stop listening to these people. You know what these people remind me of? These people on CNBC and Fox Business and all. They remind me, when I was a kid, I used to see on the street, a guy would have a little machine, right? A little music machine, and he'd have a monkey on it, right? A monkey had a little string. And that's what these guys reminded me.
So, the stock market's been booming. You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
If you can't imagine the economy getting much, much stronger than this, the problem, it's all in your imagination.
Where is the crisis when we're saving more than at any time?
The economy is booming, totally booming. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Same thing. The same thing. Our owners are playing the music. And they're the monkeys. They're the monkeys. It's unbelievable. So, if you want to make money in the stock market, all you got to figure out is really easy. They've made it easy for us since 9/11. Everything changed. You don't have to be a good stock picker. You don't have to know anything. All you got to know is, wait a minute. It seems like the stocks that go up are ones that are always tech stocks. Anything to do with tech goes up. So all you have to do is understand, very simple, if they're going to keep printing all this money, they're doing it for one purpose, to keep interest rates low, and the tech stocks will go up because they live in that environment. And when yields are low, it always told us for 50 years, for 100 years, when yields are low, the economy's doing terrible. But they've been so good at it, they convinced everybody, oh, no. No, look, stock market's going up. Stock market's going up. So the economy's good. See, look at the stock market. The stock market's going up. It's good because the stock market reflects the economy. See, and they took parking space to everyone's head. And that's what people think. All the money has been made in tech stock, and it will be continued until the day that a person has to make up his mind that, remember, the inflation's killed him. Whatever money he's got in his savings, whatever money he's got in his checking account is being destroyed, is being gutted, because these people don't have assets. The inflation that's pushing up these stocks is killing them, but not the wealthy. So the more the stock market goes up, the worse shape the economy gets. You understand? That's how easy it is. So all you got to know is what tech stock to be in and when. And then when to get out. And this is what we do every day for our members. It is not hard. And then besides the tech stocks, all you need to know, and we do this every day for our members, if the yields are coming down, they're forcing the yields down, that tells you the economy's getting worse and worse. But they're not going to tell you that. Why do you think they have to give people $10 billion to pay back their back mortgage payments and their utilities and association fees? Why do you think they give them extended unemployment checks on top of their state $600 check? They got another one from the federal government. You think they're doing that because the economy's good? This guy says, oh, the economy's good. And then you got all these guys like Kudlow and the rest of them, just like the little man with the music box and the monkey. They're the monkeys, just chirping away, don't know what the hell they're doing. They hear the music, they chirp, and the music is coming from where? Our owners at the Federal Reserve. So all you need to know is this. If the yields keep on going down, and if you want to buy something else than the tech stocks, then make sure you're going in and buying, you're going by healthcare stocks. Buy healthcare stocks. See, we always make sure our members are in the right situation. So if they artificially put yields down, I'd recommend stay with big tech. If you want to be in something else, then you can buy, as I said, healthcare stocks. Those are good. Those are good. The other thing you can do, okay, if all of a sudden yields start going up instead of down, then switch to bank stocks if they're going to go up. So you can buy consumer discretionary stocks beside banks. You can buy airlines and hotels and casinos. But see, you need somebody working with you to make sure you're getting into the right stocks based on where the yields are going. It's that easy. You don't have to go to Harvard. You don't have to go to Yale. I never even graduated from high school. I had to go to work. This is not hard stuff. What makes it hard is these people, these jibber jabbers on these programs. They make it sound like it's really hard. You have to be a genius to understand this stuff. Just go to my Working Investor program. Look at how easy is it? You're a gang member, and every day at 2 o'clock, we post our portfolio and tell our members what to do with each stock or ETF that's in our portfolio.
IWM, you can go ahead and add to this short as.
And so it can't be any easier than that. Now, the other thing you got to start looking at right now is gold. You're going to laugh. I was right before about gold. When nobody wanted gold, we got into gold, and we got a 64% return in gold. So this morning I told my members, start watching GLD. GLD, because it's having a relative strength. Because here's what's going on. People are not going to buy Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Clorox, get into these defensive stocks. Those are the worst stocks in the world to be in. They're the worst stocks in the world to be in, for God's sakes. That's crazy. So you're going to start seeing GLD. I just looked at it, went up today. Just went up. Go take a look at it. GLD. I just looked at it. Just went up today. Our stock turned, the candlestick turned green, and now she's going up. And if we can get through the two resistance areas, we got it went a little bit through the 200-day. We get through the 50-day, then that could be good. Because here's why people are going to go from gold. When I say people, I'm talking about the institutions, the insurance companies, the big boys. They're not going to go buy defensive stocks. Those are stupid. Those are stupid. You got to buy gold. At the end of the day, I don't care. You can have your Bitcoin, your Hitcoin, your Mootcoin, your Zuo coin. You have all the coins you want. But at the end of the day, people and countries, governments buy gold. And I like the gold mining stocks. Hey, I'll be right back. Sign up, philsgang.com. Sign up for the Working Investor Program. It works free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Sign up for Working Investor Group, 10 days free. Get the chart, color-coded chart, and also you get all the advantages of the gang member, okay, for 10 days. Classes, whatever you need. Now, you've been hearing about quantitative easing since 9/11, but 99% of people don't even know what that means. It's a big fancy name, means that they're simply printing money and they go and buy treasuries to drop yields down, interest rates, so they can loan to large corporations at zero, free money. And unfortunately, what they do with that money is they go buy their own shares to prop the price up that otherwise wouldn't go up. It used to be they would take that money when QE was illegal and a felony. They would take that money and drive it back into their company, plow it back in their company, and that's how we grew a great workforce. That's how we grew a great country. And see, that's when we had the unions, because they couldn't screw around. So the CEOs had to plow the money back into the company, and then people would produce, and they'd produce more and more, and we were so productive that we led the whole world in industry. That's all gone now because they got rid of all that when the 401k came in. In other words, when we had pensions were a wonderful thing. But once we got to outsourcing and they knew they could send all their stuff over to China and Japan and they could make it for them a lot cheaper, they didn't have to have those expensive pension plans. That's why they outsourced everything to get rid of your pension plan. Then they gave you a 401k that sucks. A 401k is a scam. A 401k is the worst thing you can have. The expenses kill you. Do you ever wonder why there's no education program with a 401k? There's not one company that gives you an education program that goes along with your 401k. You know why? Because they don't want you to know what's going on with those 401ks. just a 1%, and they do this all the time because there's 27 hidden fees, just 1% hidden fee, 1%. When you retire, you've been carrying that extra 1% that's been hidden. It takes 33 1/3% of the money you should have for retirement. That's how bad those things are. That's how bad they are. It's just crazy, but people love them because they get sucked in with the idea, oh, I get a match. You get a match? Match what? When they're stealing from you? 27 hidden fees? Don't tell me about your match. Oh, they match me, Phil. I'd get out of it, but I get a match. You get a match dash. You get nothing because they steal it back from you through fees. People don't understand that. That's why they don't give you education programs at 401ks. And right now, the biggest fear, and this, everybody's so scared, not us, because we know how to sell a stock short. Our members are positioned. So we're praying for this market to go down because we'll make more money with this market going down than going up because stocks go down 10 times faster than they go up. And it's going to happen. You don't have to believe me, but it's going to happen because this whole market's been fake. It's been fake going from 9/11 on this QE. You know why they do QE? Not only just to move think about it from a common sense point of view. They print money and they call it QE to bring interest rates down, give the money to CEOs so they go buy their own shares. Why? Because it's easier than building a company. That's why.
It's hard to build a plant and hire people and run the organization. It's real easy to issue some debt and
That's right. Issue QE, debt. That's all it is debt. So think about it. What CEO is going to get up in the morning, has to go to work, have meetings, find new products, make sure those products are good quality, better than their competitors. They don't have to do any work anymore. They get up in the morning and go play golf. They get up in the morning and go play golf for 10. They have to go to work because they're making money before their feet hit the ground because of all this QE, because of stock buybacks. And guess who's getting screwed? The guy on Main Street who's making a combined income of $65,000 in less a year. And he's getting screwed. But, I'm getting my match. I'm getting matched. My 4K, they're matching me. They're matching me. What are you nuts? They're matching you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's the same thing as some guy comes up with a gun, sticks it in your face and robs you, and you say to the cop, well, gee, you seem like a nice guy, though. You seem like a nice guy. It's the same thing. You're being robbed with a 401k. But I can't convince anybody of that. This is crazy. $6 trillion in infrastructure. What are you, nuts? So you know what you do? Do what we're doing. I told my members, let's go take the stocks that are going to be affected by this infrastructure bill. And we got one stock that's going up nicely right now because you buy them when you're going to have the rumor they're going to sign the infrastructure bill. See, they haven't signed it yet. They haven't signed it yet. So the trick is you go find a stock that has to do with infrastructure. And we found a couple of them, beautiful little stocks. I said, let's buy them. Okay, you should buy some steel too. We buy these stocks because they're going to go up on the rumor. I'll give you the symbol, VMC, free. VMC. It broke out already. Just looking at it now. So why buy that? Because you buy on the rumor he's going to sign the infrastructure bill. Do you remember when Trump, his when he first ran and he was promising all this thing, he's going to get rid of Obamacare and all this, and the stocks kept going up. And every day they said, well, they're getting closer to the tariffs. They're getting closer to shutting down the tariffs. And every time they said they're getting closer to shut down the tariff, the monkeys with the box, shutting down the tariffs. They're going to shut those tariffs down. We know it's going to be right now. It's going to be today. Then this is the next day. Breaking news. They're going to shut down these tariffs. They're going to shut the tariffs down. Next day, breaking news. Ever see on TV? It's always breaking news. My neck is breaking from looking. My lovely wife will say, Phil, there's breaking news. And I turn and my neck snaps. It's the same thing's been on there for the last 6 years. Breaking news. Everything's breaking news. If the host, unfortunately, farts, they'll say, breaking news. The host just farted. Breaking news. Jeez. Know when the breaking news is going to be? When one morning you're going to wake up and the stock market's going to be down 1,500 points. You're going to say, gee, I should have listened to that Phil Grandy. I should have listened to him. I should have joined the gang. I wish I knew how to make money when that market goes down, but I never listened to him. Yeah, I listened to his radio show. I like him and all that, but stocks, nah, he's wrong. I'm in a 401k, and I get a match. Yeah, they match me, man. They match me. I put in 5, they give me 5. Wow. And then in the back end, they're stealing from you. 27 hidden fees. But nobody believes it. They just did a new survey. 62% of people in 401ks, they don't believe they're being charged a fee. My God, how could you not think you're being charged a fee? What's wrong with you? But I'm getting matched. They match me. Yeah. So anyways, another good stock to be in are your steel stocks. But it's not going to do like SID. Oh, that went up nice today. There we go. For my members, you can add to your position on SID. You can send out an alert right now. It broke out today. SID, great. I gave them a good little stock this morning. I said, the steel stocks will start going up. I said, buy SID if it starts breaking above $9.26, and it did. So now we'll send an alert out to my members, and they can buy it before the close. And they got a nice little stock. These are all, remember, you buy on the rumor they're going to sign this stupid bill. It's got everything in it except infrastructure. Unbelievable. Look, the other thing you want to look for, please believe me, keep your eyes on the gold mining stocks. It may take a month, it may take 2 months, but that's where the pot of gold is. Okay, out of all 11 sectors, gold mining stocks are going to be huge, because when this market crashes, nobody's going to go to the Bitcoin, the Dibby coin, the ZZ coin, the Epi coin. They're going to go to gold, because all the countries, why do you think they hoard gold? Why do you think countries hoard gold? They know. All right, listen, go to my site, philsgang.com, all right, and join tonight free, 10 days, the Working Investor Group. Just signed up where it says Working Investor. Also listen to my show on my YouTube channel. And remember, every Friday I post around 6 o'clock in the evening my take on why we're getting close to a crash. Uncovering of the crash. It's free. Okay, join my gang. Click on where it says Working Investor Group. And you're going to have fun, and you're going to be told the truth. Hey, we'll see you in the charts. Please help St. Jude when you make money.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to